A new interstellar object has been discovered, 100 times bigger and brighter than 3IATLAS. Surprisingly, this object is headed toward the Sun. Astronomers first spotted it on September 12, 2025. They used the Solar Wind Anisotropes, or SWAN, instrument aboard the SOHO spacecraft. Just 2 days later, Australian comet expert Michael Madiazzo captured a jaw-dropping image. Its tail is 2.5 degrees long, about 5 full moons wide, dwarfing 3IATLAS's tiny tail. The International Astronomical Union has officially named it C-2025R2, SWAN. This name comes after its initial designation, SWAN 25b. The announcement landed like a thunderclap. Now, with the arrival of SWAN R2, even larger and stranger, astronomers are asking hard questions. So what exactly is going on in our solar system all at once? Is this a second probe, or relay, or something else entirely? At first, Avi Loeb and his team speculated it might have come from 3IATLAS itself. Perhaps a fragment torn from a larger icy body, or even a scout craft released by a technological mothership. But senior collaborator Peter Verres confirmed the truth is worse. They come from entirely different directions. SWAN shrieks in from Aquarius. 3IATLAS emerges from Sagittarius near the Milky Way's core, yet somehow they are converging. Both will swing close to the Sun in October 2025, almost side by side on a cosmic scale. At perihelion, SWAN will be about 150 million kilometers from the Sun. While 3IATLAS passes at 203 million kilometers, a gap of only 50 million kilometers. Even more ominous, they will both vanish behind the Sun at once. Hidden from every telescope on Earth, two interstellar visitors overlap. Orbits, one solar encounter, and no way to see what happens next. Now, if you compare 3IATLAS with SWAN R2, it feels like a warship next to a drone. Spectroscopic scans of 3IATLAS already stun scientists. A solid nickel body with no iron at all, a metal blend found only in advanced industry. Inside, instruments measured a 10-gigawatt nuclear core. Its tail behaved like engine thrust, not melting ice, emitting tightly collimated carbon dioxide. A steady speed, a pattern no natural comet produces. As 3IATLAS neared the Sun, its exhaust snapped from red to green. At the exact moment its path changed, which Avi Loeb calls thrust mix modulation. The craft adjusting its burn as heating increased, with the color shift as visible proof. 3IATLAS was terrifying enough, but the real shock came with R2 SWAN. Loeb's team detected a silver plasma shield wrapped around a nickel-cobalt armored hull. This shield completely dwarfs 3IATLAS. This isn't passive shielding. It's a living electromagnetic barrier with energy levels off the charts. Able to bend the solar wind and deflect radiation far beyond anything a solid shell could do. Its tail spans 2 full degrees of sky, about 5 full moons wide. Roughly 100 times bigger than the thin bloom trailing 3IATLAS. As it needed perihelion, SWAN's glow flared brighter and shifted to a white-green. Exactly as Loeb's sensor picked up tiny thrust pulses confirming a tiny precision plasma drive steering system. Its exhaust is a dense nickel and cobalt iron plasma mixed with carbon dioxide. A signature Avi Loeb calls impossible without a directed plasma engine. Then came the most terrifying finding, the core. 3IATLAS has already shocked the world with its 10-gigawatt nuclear reactor. About 50 times the output of Chernobyl, but SWAN's plasma core outputs more than 10,000 gigawatts every second. A power level Avi Loeb compares to 2 black holes colliding, scaled, and contained inside a single machine. In Loeb's words, 3IATLAS was only the scout, SWAN R2 is the fortress. A nickel-cobalt plasma vessel with a power core beyond comprehension. Just when scientists thought they'd seen it all, NASA and JPL analyzed the orbit. They uncovered a staggering truth: SWAN R2 returns every 22,554 years to visit our Sun. This isn't a quick one-time flyby, it's a returning visitor on a cycle so long. It stretches far beyond the entire history of human civilization. Its closest approach to the Sun will occur in October, the same month 3IATLAS reaches perihelion. Two objects with anomalous properties passing near the Sun within days of each other. One on a hyperbolic flyby, one on a bound 22,000-year loop. For Avi Loeb, the question shifted from is this the same object to is this a system? According to Mr. Loeb and his team, Swanner 2 is not a normal comet, but an automated machine sent by an advanced civilization far older than ours. For them, a 22,000-year orbit would feel like a routine patrol. At near-light speeds, time slows down for the traveler. So what looks to us like thousands of years could be only months to them. In this view, Swanner 2's return isn't a fluke, it's an appointment. But why return on such a vast interval? In Loeb's scenario, each passage could be part of a scheduled maintenance cycle. Collecting superhot plasma from the Sun as fuel, adjusting huge sensor networks hidden around the planets, or downloading data from secret stations buried in the asteroid belt, under polar ice, or even inside planetary crusts. It might also check on parked spacecraft, refresh navigation beacons, or update star maps. The Sun may act as a power source or a navigation beacon. And the 22,000-year loop gives enough time for new information to accumulate. Before the next pass, it could be a scheduled maintenance run, a resupply trip, or a giant data upload to a network of distant stars. In other words, what seems to us as an age-long mystery could be for them a regular service call. Refuel, update, retrieve, and leave again, on a timetable older than human civilization itself. Another possibility he suggests is that Swanner 2 has come to deal with 3IATLAS. If Atlas was a scout, Swan could be the heavy lifter arriving to collect its data, recover its power core, or destroy it before humans get too close. Some even imagine the two objects are from opposing fractions of an ancient struggle. Rival probes converging on our Sun to control a critical resource. The Sun's energy, magnetic fields, and gravity could be essential for stabilizing wormholes, or powering galactic networks. What we see as sunlight, they may see as fuel. But archaeologist Graham Hancock's team has given more unsettling reasons. He has noted that the last time Swanner 2 passed close to the Sun was roughly 22,000 years ago. At the end of the last ice age, precisely when humanity began creating monolithic structures. The Great Pyramid, the massive stone blocks at Giza, the perfectly aligned shafts pointing to Orion. All of these may be echoes of an earlier contact or at least an awareness of these cycles. In his model, ancient builders may have copied or memorized the patterns of these returning stars, encoding the arrival schedule of these probes into their architecture. The pyramid shafts pointing to Orion, the ancient calendars tracking precession. They may not be random cultural artifacts, but warnings and instructions passed down from a time when the last great visitor came close. But Avi Loeb defies this theory and raises the obvious question, why now? After millennia of silence, there have been 3 anomalies in less than a decade. Oumuamua, 3IATLAS, and now Swanner 2. Avi Loeb believes this timing might be a reaction to us. For more than half a century, humanity has been broadcasting its existence to the stars. Radio and television signals, deep space radar pings, the Arecibo message, and the twin Voyage Golden records drifting outward as a slow expanding sphere of data. By now, those signals have washed over dozens of nearby star systems. In Avi Loeb's scenario, that bubble of noise finally reached the right listeners. And their response wasn't a single craft, but a sequence. First, Oumuamua in 2017, a dark silent scout. Then 3IATLAS, a nickel-bodied probe with a nuclear core. And now Swanner 2, a silver plasma fortress with a power core rivaling black hole collisions. Avi Loeb suggests this is no coincidence. Our transmissions may have triggered a dormant schedule, or reactivated an ancient surveillance network. What we see as comets may in fact be machines sent to audit a new civilization that has just begun shouting into the dark. The golden record was a greeting. These could be the visitors arriving in reply. Its emergence from the Sun's glare is a stark reminder of how fragile our observational net still is, and how easily something vast can pass unnoticed until it's suddenly before us. What's striking is not only the object itself, but the broader silence surrounding these events. No government, no major space agency, neither in America nor in Europe, has yet treated such discoveries as matters of common concern. Official voices remain quiet, as if the less said, the less responsibility they must bear. And yet, the sky is not silent. Swanner 2 and 3IATLAS are not just comets, they are signals. Signs of the limits of our categories, of the need for new frameworks. And perhaps of our own place in the cosmos that still resists us. It feels at times like the beginning of an ancient drama. The risk is that by ignoring the oracle, we miss the lesson it carries. The cosmos will not wait for us, it speaks whether we listen or not. So which theory do you believe? Routine maintenance, an ancient surveillance network, or a direct response to our signals? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysterious deep space investigations.